problem with men. You don't want it because you can't handle it, but then you don't want to be monogamous. If you can't be monogamous, be single. Don't be with one person.
I mean, but why would they have to?
Why would they
I mean, I'm sorry, if you're in the top 10, 20% of guys, they don't have to just be single. They can have a girlfriend.
Then find a woman.
They can, no, but let me, you gotta stop. When they can get a girlfriend, cheat on her, and we just talk to the panel, y'all stay.
No, but this is
y'all stay.
But this is the problem. It's not that you need to have a girlfriend and cheat on her. Have a girlfriend and tell her, I'm not monogamous. So if you want to be with me and I give you these perks.
Yeah, but why would he do that when he can just cheat on you? And y'all stay.
But then when you get the toxic behavior from her, don't moan. When she then vandalizes your whole property and everything else, don't moan.
Why do we put our bad decisions onto men? Okay, isn't that like you're just toxic?
No,
because I've been cheated on before. It wasn't fun, but I never did anything toxic or crazy or any of the shit that I hear girls say. That's a you problem. No man can make you do crazy shit. You're either crazy or you're not.
No, do you know what it is?
I agree.
For me personally, I don't call it crazy things. I call it disrespect and reacting to disrespect.
Okay.
For example, I feel like when a woman doesn't react and a man cheats and he gets away with it, he doesn't learn that this has hurt or impacted someone. When a woman then reacts, he has to either have discussions with her or he needs to realize, right, this was a repercussion of it.
Okay, but in these situations, everyone reacted. And on the couch, you guys stayed.
I didn't.
I'm saying even you reacted. You were going through his phone. You were telling him like whatever, and like looking at his messages, or I can't remember exactly how you said you found out. So you did react. He didn't learn his lesson because he had like a million side pieces.
No, but he never confirmed that he cheated or anything.
Yeah,
but
you know.
But that's what I'm saying. And my reactions were
Yeah, so
when I first got the this must be confirmation because of obviously all the girls. Yeah, I reacted to that.
Yeah,
and he was like, I can't tolerate this. Cool, and then I left him. But then he did write me letters saying he wants me back. I never went back.
Sorry, I just want to say I don't think you necessarily need to react because I know you made a point about reacting for him to understand that this is wrong. Because I don't react like the way you react to things. This is how I react to things. If you do something that's wild, that's crazy, disrespectful to me, I'm just like, all right, cool. That's what you've done, and I keep it moving. So with me in my situation, like I didn't react. I let you know that okay, this is what you did. This is not on. It's not something I'm going to stand for, and I kept it moving. And years later, he's still wanting to have me back.
Yeah.
But so I don't think you need to necessarily react to let a guy understand what he's done wrong.
Yeah, no.
And I agree what you said earlier, where you said how because I think I hear a lot of women sometimes say stuff like, "Oh, he made me crazy."
No,
sis, that was in you.
You're either crazy or you're not.
That demon was waiting to come out.
No, so my point is, I would never refer to it as a woman reacting to it, however she reacts. For me, I wouldn't say it's crazy because I feel like society say, "Oh, it's crazy." That's her reaction.
But it's crazy.
No, but
you're responsible for your own actions.
But the reason I say
it's just emotions.
No, but what exactly? I'm saying it's her expressing her emotions and she's enraged. And rage
you're not a child. You're not. Okay, you're not. You guys, wait. You're not a child. You're a grown adult. I'm sorry. If you just stop interrupting me. You're not a child. You're a grown adult. If you do something crazy, you're crazy. You can't blame it on other people. Like nobody can make you do anything. Like that's like what a child would say.
I think.
Can I just say, because I haven't really spoken, but I just want to say an observation that I've made in this conversation. So the younger ladies have proven a point, which I don't know if anyone's noticed. They looked for a problem. They wound themselves up. Auntie said she experienced a similar thing, but she didn't wind herself up. She responded to the situation as the situation happened, and she didn't go in there like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
I didn't go looking for it, like you said.
Yeah, so the difference is, within the modern women, we're looking for the problem, and when we amp ourselves up in the situation, we're actually reacting before we get to the point where we're with the man. So we're already angry, and because there's so much on social media and so much access to different women at the same time, we're literally winding ourselves up. If you look for it, you're going to find it. We know that.
And you're responsible for your own actions.
Yeah, and exactly. And that's what it does. It shows your maturity level and your emotional management. So, like at work, if someone pisses you off, you know how to manage it. You know you're not just going to flip out and start cussing because you don't want to lose your job. That's your livelihood. But in this situation, you haven't really calculated how you're going to manage the situation. You've just reacted. And I think as a younger woman, like in this generation, we're very reactionary to what's going on around us rather than, grounding ourselves first and then having like a clear thought and then responding.
Do you know what I think? As you get older, you start to like realize that though. Like everyone's going to react.
It's a waste. It's a waste of energy. It's literally a waste of energy.
I remember being like 14 and finding out, someone's cheated, and you would go absolutely mad at them, and you'd cry, and you'd get really angry. And then as you get older, like you said, you'd realize you just, you don't. If you're going to do it, fine. Cool, I'll leave. You do whatever you want. There's no point in wasting your energy when you're not going to get anything back from it anyway.
See, but I think women need to understand that. And again, I'm not an advocate for it, but in most instances, men will be men. So all this anger, all this blowing up, it doesn't affect no one but you. Because, like you said, women seem to think that by getting angry, the guy's going to change or he's going to see it differently. He's probably still going to do the same thing, just probably better. So it's like when do women come to the realization that that's how they're built? You're built different. And this is what I was saying before, is that there's two lenses. There's your lens and there's the male lens. But you're only seeing things through your lens. So how you perceive sex is how you think men perceive sex, and it's completely different.
And what I'd like to know is, after you found out and you went back, how was your behaviour towards him after that?
It wasn't good.
Do you know what I mean? Would you trust him again, or was you always watching him, or always down his phone, or
You'd always have thoughts
irritating him, or always having a dig?
But I think that's the end of the relationship anyway. I think a woman that goes back...
There's no point
there's no point.
So why do it then?
What? No. Go ahead.
If there's no point, there's no point, but you're continuing the relationship.
I think women that stay, it's not because they want to continue. I think it's the emotions of love and having to like grieve the relationship while they're there. And I think eventually they get over it. Does that make sense? I don't think they go back.
It's the routine that they're in. You don't want to get rid of the routine. But then also you have women that will break up with guys in their head before they've broke up with them physically.
Exactly. Yeah.
So then when you leave, it's not as heartbreaking.
But then a caveat to that is that, look, if we're going to go off the pretense that most men behave this way, and the men that you're attracted to are in a small percentage of men who will do the same thing anyway, doesn't it make more sense to stay with the devil that you know than seek something else new outside?
I was going to say that because...
or you can allow yourself to feel those feelings. A lot of women don't want to feel the pain. If you allow yourself to feel that pain, then you can move through it and past it. When you sit on it or you go back, you have it there. Like, you're waiting for something. You're anticipating another cheat. Another cheat.
If you don't feel the pain, you're not going to feel happiness.
Yeah, you don't move through it. And I think once a man cheats, especially with like social media and all these things, we have these experiences and then we're anticipating something going wrong, and then we kind of provoke it to happen. If we don't work on it like together as a couple, then it's not going to work. And there's no communication in that.
I think some women weigh up the risks and the rewards, because I don't think... I always say, that if your partner cheats on you, if you're going to stay, then you need to be staying to move forward. I don't believe in staying with someone and every chance you get, you're bringing this up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Don't stay here. Yeah, don't stay here to make my life miserable. But I also think that there are women as well who weigh up the realities of life. I feel like with a lot of people think about love, it's very fairy tale. It's very it's wishful thinking. Yeah. But the realities of life is that I'm at this age, for example, we've been married, blah blah blah. You cheated. This is the one time I've caught you cheating, blah blah. Yeah. What am I going to lose if I walk away from this? And what's really out there? So I think some women have to. They just work through it. They think that, I can't bother to do all of this again. I'm gonna have to find somebody. I'm gonna have to be single, go through a divorce, or break up, and then I've spent this much time. I've invested so much time in this relationship. Let's forgive it, and let's move forward and do whatever it is that we need to do to come to an understanding that this can't happen again. Yeah. And I think I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's real.
That takes that kind of strength.
But the thing is, if you listen to what they're saying, they actually stay and plan to leave. Yeah. Men just leave. Women always stay and plan to leave. That's why when men get divorced, they lose so much because the women have been planning it for
time.
There's very few times where they cheat and then you actually get past it and have a happy life.
What I'd like to know is,
I think
it happens.
I think
very, very
I think that people used to get past it all the time. I think modern women can't because we've been sold a bill of goods that men can't live up to, and we're told that he has to be taller than us, make money, like be basically Prince Charming and not cheat on you. But it's like if you want a guy on a certain level, he's probably going to cheat.
I think that women romanticize love too much. Realistically, love is something that transforms every day when you're working on it. And if you're not working on it with your partner, then it's not love. If you're going to look at love as a romantic thing, so kind gestures, every day your man's going to be considerate to you. Every day it's going to be in your favor. You have that mentality of entitlement just because you're in the relationship. And I think from like my experience of observation, men get tired of that because what's the benefits to them? You know, you want more, no matter how much they give, it's never enough. And then once they've given the max capacity, they can go to somebody else who wants much less and is happy with that, and they're not going to cause aggravation. You find out about it, and then you kick off. So it kind of undoes all the work that's been put into the relationship on his side. Then he loses everything, and then like, what's the benefit?
That's why it should always be 50-50. So the guy puts in the energy, you know, he's being considerate, fetching the flowers and stuff like that. But then the girl,
flowers.
like,
no, listen.
Some guys still do it, but then like the girl needs to give the energy.
It's
back
about
as well.
It's about gratitude and reciprocation.
Do you know what though?